Hey, what's up, Coaches Academy? It is Todd here. So glad that you're joining us for our first call here in I think we're in August. Yeah, it's August 2nd. So we're going to kick off a series that I'm calling 90 Days to a New Church. Because when we set our goals, a lot of us tend to set our goals in, say, 12-month increments. Some of us will do 3 to 5 year plans. And the challenge with setting our goals so far in advance is we often underestimate how much we can actually get done in a fraction of the time. That if you were to actually take your 12-month goals and shrink them the time frame down to 12 weeks, you can actually get a year's worth of productivity done in 12 weeks rather than 12 months, because it's all about focus. It's all about what you're focusing on, because what you focus on grows. What you focus on, you get more of. And so here in the Coaches Academy, this is what we believe: that nothing changes until you do. Your church is not going to change until you do. Your congregation, your community is not going to change until the leader does. Because here's the thing: when the leader gets better, everyone around them gets better too. When the leader gets better, the staff gets better. When the staff gets better, the church gets better. When the church gets better, the surrounding neighborhoods and community get better. And when that city gets better, so does the state, so does the country, so does the world. But it all starts with the leader. And so here in the Coaches Academy, we're actually going to spend more time talking about how to make changes in your life, not as much as your church's life, because until you change the way that you think, your church ultimately is not going to change. Today is day 2 of what I'm doing, called the 75 Hard program. And this is actually my second time. It's actually my third attempt, but this is my second time doing it. So people think that the 75 Hard program is a fitness challenge, and it's not. It's actually a mental toughness challenge. And so you have to work out 2 times a day. And one of those workouts has to be outdoors. Doesn't matter what the weather is. And it's they're 45-minute workouts. And so you've got to pick a diet and stick to it. And you can have no cheat meals. Okay. You have to read 10 pages every day of a book that's going to help you. And this isn't, we're not talking about Harry Potter here, right? We're talking about something that's going to stretch your brain, grow your mind, change your mindset. And then we're also going to take a progress picture every single day. And this is actually a mental toughness program. It's not a fitness challenge, because anybody can do anything for a week. You can do a diet for a week, and but here's the thing: most people haven't gone more than a week without a cheat meal. So we're really good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The weekend comes, and we start listening to that internal voice that says, well, hey, you need to treat yourself. You need to reward yourself because you worked really hard all week long. You deserve this. And so we don't actually stick with anything long enough to change our life, because we're not willing to change our mind. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, let God transform you into a new person by changing the way that you think. Friends, your thoughts determine your beliefs. Your beliefs determine your behavior. Your behavior determines your habits, and your habits determine your destiny. And so, if you want to change your life, if you want to change your destiny, if you want to change your church's future, if you want to change your family tree, it doesn't actually start with changing what you do. It starts with changing how you think. And so I posted yesterday um, that on one of my Facebook timelines. I have a couple of accounts. I have a California account, I have a Texas account, and I posted on my Texas account that hey, we're about to lock in. We are about to do what is unrequired of us, so that eventually we will be able to do what we cannot currently do. And so I posted the requirements of 75 hard, and a lady commented on the post, and she said, "How is a nurse who works 13 hours a day supposed to be able to do this?" And see, that is the limited belief kind of thinking that keeps people from making the changes that they need to change. We look at something so big, so vast, and we're like, how could I possibly do that? The toughest barrier to break in churches is the 200 attendance barrier. But when you've only got 30 people coming to your church, 200, you might as well say 2,000. You might as well say 20,000. And so you've got to change the way that you think. Okay? Your outcomes, the outcomes that you are currently experiencing, are actually a lagging indicator of your habits. Your habits are a lagging indicator of your behaviors. Your behaviors are a lagging indicator of your beliefs, and your beliefs are a lagging indicator of what you think. Let God transform you into a new person by changing the way that you think. And friends, if we as pastors are not willing to do the work to change how we think, how could we possibly expect our church to rise above, um, you know, faithlessness, or the way that they parent, which is steeped in generational curses, and the chains of their past growing up experience. If we're not willing to change the way that we think, how are we going to convince other people to change how they think when it comes to living together versus getting married? If we're not willing to change the way that we think, how can we expect people in our church to change the way that they think about working an entry level job at, say, a Walmart or a McDonald's versus going into business for themselves? It starts with us. Until the leader gets better, no one else is going to get better. Until the leader changes, the church is not going to change. And so we ought to be more concerned with our future trajectory than we are our current reality. Okay? We ought to be concerned about the direction we're headed, not where X marks the spot today where we are. Okay? And so we need to commit to getting 1% better every day. Little changes by little changes, stacked on top of little changes. That's what creates massive change. But you have to be committed to taking massive action towards just getting better by 1%. And so we are going to be focused on creating the right systems, not necessarily on the right goals, because again, the outcomes of our goals are really just a lagging indicator of our habits. And so we're going to create the right systems so that we can have the right outcomes when it comes to having a new church in 90 days. And so in the Coaches Academy, not the Facebook group, but in our member site, you should find the 90-day win planner. Now, the 90-day win planner is for your church. What you see on my screen is the one-page planner, and that is for you. Okay, so we can work on, and we will work on over the next several weeks, creating the right systems to support and sustain growth in your church. The document you see up on the screen right now is what you need to create systems that will support and sustain growth in you.